It's a stadium so big, you can easily spot it flying in to Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. On the return, Britton Covey. He stopped on the return at the 27. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Donovan Wilson picks it off. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Dak off the play fake. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Another carry for him. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming here from the 12. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Deron Bland has it. And he takes this one back for the pick six. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They kick the running back in motion. Hurts back to the air after the pick. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And it sets up second down. Now Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
On third down, it's Hurts. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Donovan Wilson picks it off. And the Cowboys get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
They'll run here on first down. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Back-to-back carries here. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. It's a two-score game early. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll start out with third and maybe a couple inches at most. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. He gets the first and more inside the 15. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here we go!
Working inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Looking for the back that time. It's second and goal.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They'll try and punch it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Here we go! Go, 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 get out there, get out there. Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
Third and goal, Prescott. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys stretch their lead to 21. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Covey now to return this. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3 yards to pick up that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. He has the first over the middle. The 30. The 10. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles chop some of the lead off before the half. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
There you go. Hey, kill. 26.
First down, here's Dak. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. Nothing doing there as he gets out of bounds back at the line.
You know, sometimes, and you've heard this from a lot of the great coaches, know when to lose a battle to win the war. And that time, just simply not taking a loss, pretty big deal for the offense.
Off the play fake, it's Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Third and long, Prescott. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
He'll take it in short of midfield. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Call that one a 44-yard punt. And the Eagles will take possession. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, a run with Barkley. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Give them about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. On the play fake, it's Hurts. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Here comes the final play of our first half. A final throw before the break. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
One last play before the break.
Yeah, here we go. Kill. What do you think?
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He winds up out of bounds, but things not settled yet, so we've got a flag down. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty, so now we get an untimed down.
Hey, kill. 27. What do you think?
The give to the fullback. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. Headed out right. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Dump off caught by his back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Offense up to the line fast. The handoff on 3rd and short. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Working quickly here. On 4th down, Prescott to throw. Oh, it's the screen. Pass complete. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Darius Slay with the stop. From the 44 here on 2nd down. Throw complete to Lamb. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing on 1st is Prescott. Setting up the running back screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Good.
Another throw for Prescott. That's Jonathan Mingo, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Kill.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 10-yard line.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Needing 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal.
Yeah!
Play action, Prescott. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Hey, kill! 47! 26!
Here he is on 3rd and long. Gets it to him on the screen. And he drives this forward to the 6.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down. I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Covey now to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A play fake now hurts to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 47. Has it downfield, working the left. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone, so the football will come back out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go! 26!
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys with a 10-point advantage. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Yeah! There we go! Like that! What do you think?
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Yeah! Here we go! What do you think?
Back to the well again. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Yeah! Here we go! Like that! Here we go, 47. Hey, kill! Kill! What do you think?
Here's Prescott. Oh, this big guy is moving! And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown! The Cowboys can put